Hi, I'm Matt Colgan. I'm the culinary director for Split Restaurant. We're here at Split Restaurant, the one we've just opened in Oakland. Today we're gonna make some blueberry hand pies. Here I have all the ingredients that you can see. This is what makes our filling for the blueberry hand pies. Today I really want to celebrate Meyer lemons. These are some Meyer lemons that are actually from my tree in my front yard. When I think of California Bountiful and I think of ingredients that say California, especially the Bay Area where I live, I say Meyer lemons because they're so delicious and they grow so well here. And it's got that lemon flavor, but like a little hint of tangerine in it as well. In order to make the hand pie filling, get all your ingredients set up. What I like to do is bring the butter and the whatever fruit you're using, in this case blueberries, to a simmer. So about 2 tablespoons of butter I'll melt in there. And that'll be enough for about, I got about a pound of fresh blueberries here. In a few minutes, the blueberries will start to pop and kind of bleed out some of their juice. Then I'm gonna add in a little bit of Meyer lemon juice, a pinch of salt, a touch of water, some sugar, and let all that come to a simmer for about 15-20 minutes. The final aspect of this will be just stirring a little bit of cornstarch in. You always want to use cold water with cornstarch and make sure it's really, really well mixed so you don't end up with any lumps in there. But if you have it nice and mixed up and thin like that, it will do a really nice job of just thickening that fruit mixture, the blueberries in this case, so that it will hold up really nicely inside the hand pie. This is just gonna go right into the mix. And stir it in, and immediately you can see the liquid in there thickening up. So at this point I'm gonna cut the heat. Then I would just transfer this to maybe a pan or a bowl and let it come to room temperature, or even chill it down in the refrigerator so it's nice and cold. That's when you want to use it to fill the hand pies. So I'm going to go ahead and start making a few hand pies so you can see the process. I've got some dough right here. I've got my filling, and I've got a little bit of egg whisked with a little bit of milk to help seal the edges of the hand pies. You want to just make sure that your surface gets floured so your dough doesn't stick, and kind of spread that around. And we're just gonna, you want to roll it out, probably a tiny bit thinner than you think, just because it's nice when you have like a thin dough and like a big pop of that filling inside, like the blueberry filling. At the same time, you don't want to overfill it because you don't want the filling to explode outside of the dough. So it's good to refrigerate this dough for at least an hour, or you kind of do all this ahead of time, the night before. Have your blueberry or whatever filling you decide to make ahead of time. Have your dough in the refrigerator overnight. Just pull it out about an hour so it's kind of more flexible and easier for you to roll. When you've got this dough like this, if you don't have like one of these pastry cutters, you can always use a lid of some kind, maybe something. You can make them 6 inches, 4 inches. We do about a 4-inch ring. You can make them bigger or smaller if you like. Then I'm just gonna go in with my blueberry filling here. About a tablespoon or so right in the middle. So I've got my egg wash here. Just gonna give this a little brush. Help it seal. And I like this because you can, between a rolling pin and a lid and a fork, you can make these hand pies, because we're gonna crimp it with the fork. So no high-tech special equipment needed to make these hand pies. Again, don't make it too tight in there so it has a little bit of room to expand when it's being baked. I like to crimp both sides of the hand pies. So kind of crimp it around one side like this and flip it over and crimp it again. This just really helps prevent any of the filling from leaking out during the cooking process. Then you can just transfer these onto a baking sheet. No need to grease it or anything like that. You'll have some leftover egg wash that you used to seal it, and now you can Just do a little bit on top to get that nice sheen on the hand pies once they bake in the oven. Now we're gonna pop these in the oven, 325, 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. They're gonna get nice and golden brown on top, and then we're gonna get ready to drizzle on top of it, our glaze. So now, after about 15 minutes, you'll have some nice golden brown hand pies. Okay, so these hand pies, of course, are super delicious when served warm. We also offer them with vanilla ice cream here, but no matter what, we always glaze them. And again, just about a tablespoon of lemon juice is good for like a quarter cup of convectioner sugar. Just whisk it till it's smooth. Really delicious, really brings out that great contrast of blueberries to lemons. Again, I've got my using the Meyer lemon juice today, so we just keep this simple, kind of plate it up, 3 to a plate, because you can't just have one of these small hand pies, so you gotta have 3. And then I like to just drown it in the glaze. And those are the split blueberry hand pies.